go crazy. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up, family? What's up with y'all? What's going on? Good evening. Good evening. What's going on, family? What's up? How y'all doing? Megan, how you doing? How you doing? Queen, how you doing? What's going on? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? We got some stuff to talk about today, man. We finna talk about like the banks and everything like that, as usual. But this is really for like an update, so we can talk about things. I just want a couple of you guys to get inside the building, a couple more people, so we can talk. Okay. Now look. So this past week, I've been going to a few banks, right? I locked in a bank account with BMO Harris. My next bank I'm getting with is Wells Fargo, right? And pretty much, I talk to you guys about the personal side, right? We talk about establishing personal credit. We talk about, trade lines for the personal side, but let's deal with the business, right? Now, most people don't have their business credit is established, right? Most people don't have established business credit. Nobody really have a perfect paydex score or anything like that, right? So that's why it's very important to have your personal side straight, so you can be able to activate whatever you're trying to do. So say if your personal credit like at a 780 and you got accounts on your personal credit, like say if you got over 4 accounts, 2 authorized users, and you put the authorized users at 10 years and better, right? Now you take those, right? And you get you a bank account. You want to set up many different bank accounts. You don't want to set up one, because people get this whole perception misconstrued, right? Because they try to get one bank account and eat off that. No, you want a lot of bank accounts. Now, you want to also know which bank has the best products for your business. So if you got an LLC or a corporation or C Corp, it doesn't matter. You just pretty much want to know what benefits or what they have to offer, right? So I know Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, BMO Harris, Citibank, PNC. What else? What's another one? PNC. You can grab you a Navy Fed business account. You can grab what else? Damn, I know I'm missing something. I'm missing a whole lot, right? Spark, Capital One, and all of those banks, right? So you can go to all those banking institutions. Most banking institutions only require for you to put down $25 for a business account, right? Most banks. Now some might ask for $100 deposit, but you could put like $25 deposit. Like say, have at least $500 to put towards each bank account. And if the personal credit good, you also want to make sure that any inquiries that you have on your personal credit report, you want to clear those out before you bust your move, right? Not like me, I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm doing, right? So I'm spacing out all my cards. I'm trying to make sure all my cards are aligned. I'm trying to make sure I lock in the account with Wells Fargo. I already locked an account with BMO Harris. Now my next goal is to get a Citibank account, a U.S. bank account. What else? Yeah, it's a whole lot, and once I lock those in, they offering some good products. So Wells Fargo doing, I want to say $350,000 and below, no documentation needed. So that means they'll give you a line of credit or a business line of credit straight off the credit, no documentation needed. When I went to the bank yesterday, the day before yesterday, I went to the bank a day before yesterday. I asked him, I'm like, hey, so do I need any documentation? He said, no, we just pretty much run the business credit, but we run your personal credit. If your personal credit good, we will qualify you for a loan on behalf of the business or a checking line of credit. And then I'm going to BMO Harris. They offer the same thing. Now, what you want to do is, let's say if you have 4 business bank accounts with 4 big banks, You want to make sure that you establish, right? Your personal credit got to be a T. So once you go inside the bank, you want to schedule an appointment for each one of those branches all in one day. So say if you got a BMO Harris, right? Let's say if you have a Citibank account. Let's say if you have a US bank account. Let's say you have a Wells Fargo. So now you got 4 business bank accounts plus Chase, right? But I'm not even going to exclude Chase for this moment, right? So we're going to be running credit, my personal credit for the business checking line of credit. Now, if you clip your credit report and you have like say 1 to 2 inquiries, right? If you went to each of those banks in one day, the credit system, right, as far as them running your credit report, they wouldn't see those other banks' inquiries to the next day because it takes at least a day or 12 hours in order for an inquiry to post report action on your credit for all creditors to be able to see it. Now, it might give you a notification, but it won't be actually stamped on your credit report. So you want to make sure that you can apply for at least business line of credit here, business line of credit there, business line of credit there, business line of credit there, all in one day. So if you apply for all of them one day, say at one bank, we offer you $25,000. Say at one bank, say, hey, we'll give you $30,000. Say at one bank, say, we'll give you $40,000. Say the other bank, say, we give you $40,000 as well. So if you just racked up $125,000 strictly off the business aspect off your credit, then, okay, you get a good power move, opposed from you going one day, you get denied, or say if you get approved and you go the next week or something and you get denied because they say, hey, you got too many inquiries. But one inquiry is not a lot. So anything after, I want to say 6, if you get 6 something in a month or one bureau, that's a problem. Because remember, every bank doesn't run the same inquiry from every bureau. You got some banks that run one inquiry from one credit bureau. You got some banks that run 2 inquiries from each bureau. So they can run it from TransUnion and Equifax, or it can be TransUnion and Experian, or it can be Experian and Equifax, or you can have Experian and TransUnion, however you want to put it. So that's why it's very important to knock all of your cards out one day. So same with credit cards. Now, credit cards a little bit more easier, right? Now, the checking line of credit, that's kind of steep, but it's possible, especially if you have a corporation or LLC that you had open for at least over 2 years. Now, let's get to the credit cards. Now we can add Chase in this whole equation. So you got Chase Freedom Flat. No. You got a Chase Business Preferred card. You got the Spark Inc. card. You got PNC. They give them $35,000, $50,000 on a business credit card, right? And you got Citibank, you got US Bank, you got Wells Fargo. If you can make an appointment for all of those banks in one day, start from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Each one of those banks, you need an appointment to actually walk inside the institution to apply. I don't want a lot of people to do it over the internet. I don't want people to do it really over a phone call. I really want you to go inside the branch to apply, because when you're speaking to the banker directly and they call in the credit bureau directly, they're going to pay close attention to your application. And if you reach all of the high points on your, like say if your score was there, the history was there, you're going to get approved. But if you're able to knock out 4 or 5 inquiries in that one day, by the time the next day come, after you got the approval already, you clear. You already in the clear. You don't even have to worry about this or that, because now you just clear 5 credit cards in one day, especially on the business side. Because business credit cards, per se, right, they really don't trip on inquiries that much. I've seen a lot of the applications that I put in, and I had over 22 inquiries, but the banks never denied me because of inquiries. They denied me because of history. That's what they told me. They said, hey, we need more history. Now, recently, 2 weeks ago, I added an 18-year trade line to my credit report and a 7-year trade line, on top of having 2 primary accounts with Chase and McCoy Federal Credit Union, right? Now, by me adding that history, now it enabled me to go crazy, because now my trade line, it reports today, but it don't post today. And my other trade line posts on the 29th. So I already cleared all the inquiries from my Experian. So my Wells Fargo, I'm gonna get that tomorrow. I was supposed to get it, but he told me I had to print out my articles. So we good with that. I'm going to PNC. I'm going to Citibank. What else I'm going to? I'm going to U.S. Bank. I need 3 more bank accounts to clear up my whole puzzle. So once I do that, I want to put everything in perspective because y'all like that. Like this is how you really calculate. Damn, okay, how we can get $1 million? Okay, this bank give me 50,000. This bank give me 50,000. This bank give me 30,000. Because even by having loans and stuff like that on your business credit report, that's A1. That's A1 right there. Just by having any type of loans, checking lines of credit, or any credit cards on your business is A1, right? Now I got a business credit card on my business credit report now from Chase. I got a Chase Business Unlimited Inc. If y'all don't know what card that is, that's a very good card to have on your credit report, especially for LLC that I had. Up to 4 years. It's been incorporated for up to 4 years. So by me having it for up to 4 years with a credit card on there, especially when they run my personal credit with 18 years of history, probably a 790 on a credit, I'm instantly gonna get approved. PNC, we give you a $50,000 card. Go to Wells Fargo, apply for a credit card. Hey, we just approved you for a $30,000 limit, even if it's 10,000. Even if every bank said, we'll give you a $10,000 limit, that's perfect. I'm cool with that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. 10,000 here, 10,000 there, 10,000 there, 10,000 there, and all of those trade lines get reported to your business. The business bureaus. So when more banks see that a lot of banks is posting or reporting your credit payment history towards the business, now when you go to apply for a business checking line of credit, it'll be very easy to clear. It won't be hard at all because now they see this, they see that, they see this, and it all looks good on your credit report. And you constantly enhancing your credit report on the business side. So now more creditors gonna contact you. Now that's when you can contact Apple directly to say, hey man, I need 100 lines, and they're gonna recommend you to the business department, and they're gonna run it strictly corporate credit, and they see all of the accounts that you have with Wells Fargo, Citibank, PNC, and they see those other banks reporting on your behalf, and you got 6, 7 credit cards with them. That's gonna look good. That's gonna look real good. And so the whole goal is to make sure you have an account with them. The reason why you want to have a bank account with all of these different businesses that you might have, even if it's one LLC, because now they know you're trying to create history with them, especially if you score good. Yeah, you can just go on the internet and just apply for a business card with them, but you can get denied. You have no banking relationship with them. You don't even have a bank account with them. You want a bank account with them, trust me. Before you try to get anyone credit products or anything like that, make sure you have an account with them. You don't have to deposit no insane amount of money or nothing. They just want to know you have a bank account with them. They can verify it. And now once they go ahead and run the inquiry and they see you have A1 credit and you got the history and all that stuff on your credit report, you win. So they're going to give you exactly what you want. I just seen the female, she just applied for a Chase business credit card, $50,000. Oh, what? $50,000 off the rip. She got a $50,000 limit on a Chase business card. That's a lot of damn money for one credit card, $50,000. So once that get reported to the bureaus, the business bureaus, and remember, one thing about business credit cards and personal credit cards, business credit cards does not post utilization. So you can spend a whole $50,000 and leave 1,000 left up in there, right? And they might have a minimum payment. Say if they say $700, the minimum payment. You pay the minimum payment, that's going to report as positive payment history. So it might not be available credit as $50,000. It could be available credit $1,000, but you paid the minimum payment. Therefore, they have to report good on your credit report because it doesn't report utilization. That's the good thing about business credit cards. And also, once you have a $50,000 credit card or any business credit card, it's very easy to get more. Then you get more and more. Listen, you guys can go to any bank in y'all city. You can look at 30 to 40 to 50 banks, and you can get an account with them and make sure you make your due diligence, and then you can use their credit products. You know, once you get one credit card, it's easy to get two. Once you get two, it's easy to get three. And once those constantly report, it's easy to get 4 or 5. And all you're going to have in your mailbox is full of pre-qualification letters. Hey, check out our credit card. Check out our credit services. Now the corporation is growing. Now the corporation is getting bigger. Now they see that more companies are investing into your products. They rocking with you, especially no missed payments. You 100%. You ain't slacking. You on time. You all good, and that's how you do it. And you run it up till you get millions of dollars in credit. Because remember, those little credit cards you have now. Once you start getting more credit cards, like a $50,000 limit, or you got a business checking line of credit for $100,000, no docs, the bank see that, right? Now, if they see you paying positive payment history on that, you can go inside of any dealership and run straight corporate credit, not even using your social at all. And soon they run the social. Soon they run the EIN number for the business. They gonna run it, approved. It's not going to be no ifs, ands, or buts, because they're going to see that you're paying back a loan. They seeing that you're paying back a loan for $100,000. It's positive payment history. That's going to look good. You get 100% finance on strictly corporate credit. And if you are able to get a loan, an auto loan, this is the thing about business credit, y'all. It takes you to a whole nother world, because if you can get approved for 100% financing through business credit, and you got a car and all your credit history is positive, you can go to the dealership and grab you 4-5 cars in one day, like I just explained earlier. So you can go to the car dealership today. You go say if there's still some time left, you can go tonight, and then the next day, just until they say we can't do it no more. You keep doing it till you can't do it no more. Just keep doing it till you can't do it no more, and then you're gonna get to the final dealership. They're gonna tell you, hey man, you got too much debt on your credit. But this is the thing about businesses: when a company has a lot of debt, that's good. When a consumer has a lot of debt, that is bad. That's what people don't know. When corporation has a lot of debt, but positive debt, that means, say for instance, Robert Kiyosaki got over $300 million in real estate debt at one point in time, right? Or Donald Trump, he might have $1 billion in real estate debt. Now, that's not bad debt, that's positive, because that $1 billion of that debt is constantly being paid on a month-to-month basis, and no payments is being missed, is considered positive payment history. So that type of debt is good debt. Banks love that. They love lending out money. As long as you are a good debtor, they extend credit to any company that comes around. You get anything you want, especially if you got a checking line of credit for $100,000, so you paying back $100,000 loan, and you've been paying it for 3 months, and you never missed a payment. Hell yeah, we're gonna give you a car. You want another $100,000? You want another $100,000? You say, yeah, I'll take it. They give you another $100,000. You apply again, you get another $100,000. Why? Because now they seeing that the business is doing great. Now it's very easy. You don't have to go through these weird on deck or smallbusinessfunding.com. You don't have to do none of that, because now you're dealing with the banks directly. And since they know that everything is looking good, the businesses is good, and they're running the credit on the business side strictly, and now they know, like, okay, we can trust them, and you can get anything you want. Everybody gonna offer you money. Every bank, every institution, every company gonna offer you lines of credit. T-Mobile gonna be emailing you, or mailing you. Is gonna be different banks gonna be contacting you specifically for your company. They're gonna say, hey, you qualify for a $150,000 loan. Do you want to take it? Another bank gonna ask you, hey man, we got an offer for you of $200,000. You already pre-qualified. Just get an account with us. You get an account with them, they'll offer you money as well, and you can do it. You can max your corporation out. You can max it out if you wanted to. You can say, you can run it up to $10 million and say, hey, I quit, take everything and file for bankruptcy, and nothing. That's what Donald Trump did. He ran the corporations up, took all the money, filed for bankruptcy. Say if you wasn't financially literate. Everybody not financially literate. No, everybody don't know how to multiply their money. But if I can help you get to credit, or if I can help you get to whatever you're trying to get to, you can do whatever you want with it. Trust me. You might say, oh man, well, people got to know about business. You don't got to know about nothing. That is your business. Your business is getting credit to build up your corporation and max it out and file bankruptcy. People do that. You got some people that's in the business of just suing people. Everybody have a different type of style that they live with, and it's okay. Because you can say, for instance, you can talk about a dummy who don't know nothing, who brainwashed, who don't have a clue about what's going on. He only know, hey, I know how to build credit and I know how to put my credit where I can borrow $1 million from the bank. And after I borrow $1 million from the bank, I'm declaring my corporation. And when I declare bankruptcy on my corporation, I'm taking all the funds out. And it's not illegal. It's legal to do that. The only thing about it is when you file bankruptcy, really, corporation trash. It only stay on what? It actually stay on, I want to say, about 7 years, 7 to 10 years. So if it stays on 7 to 10 years, you can't do nothing with it until 7 to 10 years. That's why I recommend you go ahead and get you a, thank you, Megan. I appreciate it. So that's why I recommend you getting 10, 12 corporations. Don't be dumb. Income tax is coming. You can get you a C Corp. C Corp costs $80 to file, and that's $800 if you get 10 of them. You can play them out for a year or two, and you can have 10 corporations that you're eating off of. 10. And and what's so crazy is people don't know you can create invoices amongst your own corporations, and also you can report positive payment history to your Dun and Bradstreet and your business credit from your other company. You can say, this company do business with this company. They asked me, they said, hey, do you got a business reference that we can use? I say, yeah, you can use Mega Shipping Trade. Mega Shipping Trade is my other company. They don't know that. They don't need to know that. I got 2 other corporations that we deal with. My corporation does business with my other corporation. And my other corporation does business with this corporation. And that business does business with this corporation. And you play it just like that. But the main objective is to get as much credit as you can, to milk the system, milk it for as much as you want. So if you want to get $1 million, it's a lot, but it doesn't really cost a lot. It's just really about the knowledge and understanding on the steps that you got to take. Start with the little stuff, and then you can build it up to the big stuff. Getting $1 million in credit don't take over a year. It takes actually under a year if you do all the right steps. The checking line of credit can be one start. First the credit card can be one start. You get you one business credit card, that's very good. You get you another one, that's great. You get you one more, that's excellent. Now, if you was to pay on those, and even if they get reported one time and you got a major credit card, you're gonna have a lot of banks and credit unions constantly contacting you with pre-qualification letters. Hey man, apply for our credit card. And you take those steps. Now you have to get a business bank account with that same corporation. You don't have to get one. Get you 10, 20. Because the bank's not running off, oh, he got $1 million in this account, we trust him more. No, they running off your credit criteria. This company, this business, and I see all of the credit cards and lines of credit that this business has, we want to lend to this company. We want to lend to this company. We really want to lend. We want to see how much he can get. So, his credit criteria and everything look good. Come on, man, get this man another 100,000. Get this man 30,000. Even if you pay back 10% of 100,000, $10,000. Even if you pay back 10% of that loan, other banking institutions and the bureau is going to know that, because remember, all businesses, go through they share data. That's all banks do. They share data. So once they see that your business is doing well and you paying back $100,000 loan on your business, and it's A1, another bank is going to contact you and want to lend you some money. But you keep doing it. You keep getting you a business bank account here, there, and you keep laying out your puzzle. And then that's when you go ahead and keep stacking it up. But always secure yourself. If a bank give you 100,000, don't keep your 100,000 inside the bank. At least take out 75,000 and store it. Buy gold or buy silver, whatever you're going to do. Always store your money. And then, keep building that history. Like I told people, building that credit credentials is everything. But it's better to build it on the business side. The personal side has to be established first, because you don't have business credit. So they only running off your personal credit. Like Chase told me, right? They said, the first time you get a credit card with us, we're going to run your personal credit. It's not until you establish your first card payment, like your first card with us, that's when the next time we run your credit, is going to be strictly the business. The first time, they're going to run it off you. The second couple times, they're going to run it directly from the business. They're not going to use a personal guarantor no more. That's what they told me. Yep, that's what they told me. Just like that. And y'all just got to know that, we just run it up as much as you can. Don't stop. Every day, just keep running it up. Find out, okay, how can I get more funding? How can I do this? How can I get, even if you want to get credit cards, if you want to be honest, right? It is easier to get credit cards than business checking line of credit, right? Now I had my corporations for 4 years. Okay, my company got the advantage in certain ways, right? But say if you just got A1 credit, but you don't have any business credit, okay, it's cool. Now, this is what you do. You get as much business credit cards as you can. You can get Amex, you can get a Chase, you can get a Wells Fargo, you can get a PNC, you get a Citibank. That's 20 credit cards you can have for the business. 10, 20 credit cards, averaging $300,000-$400,000. And if you want to, you can get you a credit card processor, and you can cash out your own credit cards and deposit that into your own checking account. They don't even know that. You can have another company, and you can process all your credit card through their payment processor, 20 different companies, and you can keep the money, and you can pay the minimum payment. So if the minimum payment is $700, that's going to report. Another payment $700, that's going to report, and you constantly pay those cards back. But the other $300, you probably went ahead and borrowed some more money. You probably went to a bank and say, hey, I want to build a home or something like that. That's when real estate come in. You like, okay, I want to build a home. Now, if you guys ain't never learned about building a home, sometimes you have to put up 20%. So for me, I want to build a home. I might want to borrow $1 million. Now, I have to put up 20% in order to get $1 million. So out of that 300, I have to put up 200,000 to borrow $1 million for my project. Now, after I do that, you borrow $1 million and you got a home in the making, you constantly making those credit card payments. And by the time 7-8 months go past, the home get built, you probably possibly sell this home for $1.6 million. That's a $600,000 profit. Especially not just profit, but it might cost $700,000 to build a home, but you just want $1 million to borrow just for the extra leverage. And then you go back to those credit card companies and fill the cars right back up. And the home is getting built. And you ask for more credit and they gave it to you. And now you built the home. Say if you sold it for $1.6 million, that goes good with the portfolio. Now you keep doing the same thing. You keep repeating the cycle. Just keep milking it. You could take one checking line of credit, right? Say for instance, say one bank approved you for a $30,000 checking line of credit, and another bank approved you for a $100,000 checking line of credit. You can go ahead and pay the bank back on their 30 with the 100, and that bank is going to see your credit, your business credit, and they're going to see another bank lend you 100,000 and want to lend you 150,000 to beat their competitor because they know you good with money. And you can use both loans against each other, and you also can have another bank want to lend to you as well. Because remember, when they share this information on your business, ain't no stopping. Once you up there, once you in a position where they want to lend to you, it's like the bank is going to beg you to borrow. I mean, beg for you to, how do I want to say it? The bank is going to beg you for them to lend to you. They're going to beg you, please, sir, please take out this 100,000, please. They're going to be crossing their fingers, hoping that you can be a potential customer. Of course, we'll take it. Come on. Thank you. Because every year, every bank have different criteria of lending. Every banks have different criteria of lending. So a bank might have the lending capacity. One branch might have the lending capacity of, let's say, $5 million a year, right? Now, they got to lend out that much money in a year. But a lot of banks don't know that many good borrowers. All the major corporations is good. Like they care about the major corporations, but the major corporations not even looking their way. Y'all got to understand, there's people out there with corporations that banks offer to get them a $10 million lines of credit. They ain't nothing to them. They looking like, man, Robert Kiyosaki borrowed $600 million at one time. That man borrowed $600 million. You come to him with a $50,000 checking line of credit, he'll laugh at you. That man borrowed $600 million. Trump borrowed $1 billion. You got people out there that's really borrowing money from these banks, and a lot of people don't understand money. That's the crazy thing about it. The money is in the banks. So I don't know why people selling y'all information like, oh, network marketing, or you can start a soap business or a Tesla, and that's good. I'm not knocking that. That's actually a good idea. But they're not teaching people what do the major corporations use in order to put the foundation together. Like, how do these real estate moguls go crazy? How can Toll Brothers develop this many properties? Because Toll Brothers have a banking relationship, and the banks lend directly to Toll Brothers on every project. So if Toll Brothers right now go to their main bank, I don't know who they bank with, and they say, hey man, they might go to JP Morgan Chase. We might say Toll Brothers need a $250 million more, and Chase might get them $250 million on strictly when they ask. We need 250 million. It's done. No talking. All of these companies, Shorewood and everything like that, we need $100 million. It's done. Just like that. Ain't no talking. So learn the criteria of a bank. If I can go back to 18 years old, just 18, right? And I'm still young, right? But I'm just saying, say if I can go back to 18, I would really not consider working a job. I would have bought me a trade line for $800, and that's $50,000. I would have built me a corporation and did me. Because I know people right now with credit cards that, remember I told you, with $50,000 credit cards, the average person in America don't even make $50,000 a year. And then remember, if a person made $50,000 a year, after taxes, they really make $35,000 a year, because the federal and state combined is over 30% that they're gonna take out your taxes, 30 to 35%. So they take out 30% of 50,000. You're talking about $35,000 gone. $17,000 gone. So you really make $35,000, $34,000 a year, and that person just got a damn card with a $50,000 limit. So guess what? What you worked for a whole year, they got that on one card. All they have to do is pay back that card, and they can get another card with that same limit. So they just cover 2 years in something that you have to work for an entire year for, right? So you got to work for a whole year to get 50,000. Really 2 years, because that'd be 65,000 because I'm including taxes. So that'd be 2 years. That person just got that on one card. In another 3 months, they'd be eligible to get another card with another $50,000 limit. And then they go to another bank and do the same thing. So now they have 20 cards? Now they have $1 million. And that's when you will start understanding, like, okay, that's how credit works for real. Opposed from like what we was taught. Like we was taught, oh, we gonna grind this way or that way, but not even knowing that the banks is the money. That's where I got all my money from, the banks. Who y'all think when I sent off the letter to get the car lien release? I went to a title company to get my lien release. Now I'm waiting for the title to come back. And I got the car strictly off credit. And now once they release the lien, the dealership right now would offer me $50,000 for the car. And I got that off credit. And they charged off the loan off my credit. I can go sell the car right now. And then this thing, I consider myself a small fry. I'm small. I'm a baby. I'm just like, I'm getting some fruit. I'm benefiting from it very good. But compared to the real people that's getting real lines of credit, I'm a baby. But I'm getting there. But I'm a baby. You got people out there that's milking it. I seen an Asian guy. This man was showing this Amex limits. He had a $50,000 limit, a $100,000 limit on the car, another $100,000 limit on the car, another $50,000 limit on the car. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong? But it's like, hey, we ain't never learned credit. Like, we ain't never really got the game on business credit, personal credit, how to use it, how to multiply it and stuff like that. Like, I'm looking like, man, how you got all this credit? Like, the average person ain't walking around with no $300,000 in credit. $300,000, a doctor don't make that in a year. After taxes, a doctor don't make $300,000 a year. They make actually $260 something or $219 a year. Most doctors, unless you're talking about a brain surgeon, a neurosurgeon. $300,000. And he a regular guy. He wasn't flashy with chains. You would have thought this man worked at PetSmart or something like that, but he was just a normal guy. He was a YouTuber, and he was talking about like how his Amex cards went and everything like that, how much his limit is. I'm like, wow, okay. I want to get to that. I want to get to that point where I'm maximizing my credit. I'm getting whatever I want. I should be able to go to these banks. Hey, man, I need a credit card. Hey, Taquan, we $30,000 limit, $20,000 limit, $50,000 limit. Like, it should be nothing. And I'm gonna get to that in a couple. Actually, my business credit card just reported, so that's gonna be on my credit report real soon. And then I'm gonna start having all these offers coming in. But I gotta enhance it more. I want to put some auto loans on my credit. I want to put the whole 9 yards. Then I'm gonna get the credit report monitored, man, and really milk it. So if y'all want to learn this game, man, y'all come on. This game anybody can use. This is not nothing new I'm teaching. It's just the delivery, because a lot of people don't give y'all the delivery right. Like, the delivery is everything. That's just like me saying, just build your credit, you live a better life. But that's not giving you the deep-rooted understanding of something. That's not giving you the whole perspective of credit, how it's used, and what's your advantages with it. Because if a person say, hey, man, the bank just gave you $1 million, but you got to pay that back, the average person don't know how to flip $1 million. They might say that. You might say, yeah, man, if I got $1 million, man, you will burn that shit. I promise on everything I love, you will burn that shit. If you think, excuse my language, but you will burn that. Trust me. If you had $1 million cash right now, you think you would be like, flip it to 20. No, you will burn that. You want me to tell you why? Because you ain't never had in your life. You ain't never had $1 million. You ain't never had 10% of $1 million. $1 million hit your account tonight, you will be going to Tesla tomorrow. $1 million hit your account tonight, you will be getting the best clothes tomorrow. $1 million hit your account tonight, you'll be signing off on a home tomorrow. That's the thing. So I would tell y'all, I'm like, okay, y'all want to learn this consumer law and everything like that. Say if you get $1 million, burn it, trash the corporation. Wait a couple years, get it off your credit, have some people dispute the loan and everything, wipe that off your business credit, you back in the game. Right? Now that's the other part. Because you can say, hey, I want to get a business, I want to build it so big, and I want to take all the cars, I want to max everything out, and I want to dish the corporation. You can. People do that all the time. That's not nothing new either. You know how many people got real estate companies and they owe banks 30, 40 million, and they said the company has declared bankruptcy, and the banks can't get their money back because they protected on that LLC, and they can file $1 million UCC liens on that business, but the business already took and stripped out the funds and transfer everything over to their personal accounts, and they family in Lollapalooza somewhere, drinking coconuts on an island somewhere. They really treat that like a game. Donald Trump, he treat this American society like a game. And that's why I be trying to tell y'all, I'm like, this again, why is y'all taking this stuff so serious? Why you guys, like, I promise you, if everybody knew the game, it won't be a lot of, misperception, or people just like, oh, how to do this, how to do that. It's like you would just know what to do and how to do it on what you're trying to do. I don't know what you guys trying to do. Everybody got their own unique talents. Everybody, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, plenty of people build corporations just to crash them. And they know they're going to crash them. It's just the corporation don't want to take a hit. That's the thing about companies. They don't got to take a hit. Donald Trump ain't got to take a hit. If Donald Trump borrow $100 million, and guess what? I'm going to tell y'all something about corporations. If a corporation borrows some money, he can file for bankruptcy and go back to that same bank. That's what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump filed bankruptcy on one corporation. He got his other corporation. And guess what he do on that? He borrowed money. And guess what? He go back to that same bank and borrow more money and borrow some more money. And he can crash that corporation until he did it. And he can go get another corporation, crash that as well. Get another corporation, crash that as well. Get another one, crash it as well. Get another one, crash it as well. So, money ain't real no more. And the average person not supposed to know this. Not average people don't know this. They just think, hey, if I get a hair business, hopefully it'll blow up. I get more clients, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. If you got your little program and you making a lot of money, yeah, that's good. Cool. But that's not how the rich get rich and the poor get poor. The rich get richer off, I want to say debt and taxes. But the way they do it, right? A lot of rich people take on a lot of good debt. And the debt that they take on will be real estate, their oil, everything like that. But they always borrow from the banks. That's one thing that Robert Kiyosaki, he talk about, but he don't break it down so clearly so you guys won't have a good understanding. All Robert Kiyosaki does is borrow money to buy more real estate. That's all millionaires do, borrow money, buy real estate. Real estate moguls know this. So when people go around like, oh man, he's a genius. He made $1 billion off real estate. He borrowed $300 million to build $1 billion worth of real estate. And guess what he do with the real estate? He could sell it to another company who borrowed money from a bank for real estate. What you think they do? What y'all think Robert Kiyosaki or all these billionaires do or millionaires do? The real ones, that's what they do. So if y'all think they're around here doing hard work as an entrepreneur, if you think, remember the motivation videos you guys watch, I wake up 4 in the morning, hell no. The real billionaires know how to become a billionaire. They use the banks. We the one talking about the idea. Let's create the new Tesla. Let's create a new light bulb. Let's create something that ain't never been created before, as if the banks ain't right down the street from your damn house and you can walk to the bank. You can walk to the bank. You can walk to the bank. And of course, the average person in the bank not going to know. That's why they always got to call out. Hey, let me contact this department, the loans department. And no, that's just their normal protocol. But I'm just saying you got to get more in tune with the banks to understand the banks, so you can utilize it to build up way more credit. Look at all business accounts. Look at every business account in the United States. It's so many. It's so many banks. It's not like it's a one or two. It's so many that everybody can eat, everybody can benefit, everybody can win. I can tell all of y'all, and all of y'all can become millionaires. It don't take no money away. It don't take more money away. If anything, we need more entrepreneurs thinking like this. We need more people that's in business thinking like this. Like, man, how we can get this, how we can get that, how can we discharge it? And now I wouldn't even discharge it so soon because I want to build it up so much that when it's time to make 100 million, that's when you know, like, okay, we went somewhere with this. And that's my whole thing. That's all I deal with, y'all. Bro, you in the city, and Trump know the game. Yes, sir. I'm in the suburbs. A net 30 is cool. It's a good start. Ain't nothing wrong with a net 30. It's a good start. Oh, my email is taquan95@gmail.com. TAQUANE95@gmail.com. My insurance is $84 a month. I pay $84. Like 82, I think. My bad, 82, about $82 every single month. That's how much my insurance is. And the reason why I got insurance, I just got it because once they release the lien off my car, that's when I can go ahead and sell it. Because the reason why I don't want nothing fluky to happen. Like somebody just crash in the back of my stuff, I'll be blue. Cause I want to get this 50,000 so bad, like, cause they just offered me another auto loan from my bank, so I'm gonna take another one out and get another Ram. So I'm trying to get this Ram 2500. It's real nice, 100% finance, strictly off the EIN number, and not the company, the personal EIN. You know, just like that. Yep. Thank you, Megan. Yeah, my phone number is 224-463-1848. I do offer consultations, but I stopped that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I deal with consultations like this, right? So if you guys want my program and everything like that, I have all of my stuff is in private tutorial videos. So if you're serious, contact me and say, Taquan, hey, I want to learn how to build my EIN number up on a personal side to establish credit. Now, I offer part 1 and part 2, but I just don't want to sell it individual no more because people will just say, hey, how to open up a bank account. But my bank account part is in part 2. So it's $300 for the full EIN process. And it's part 1 and part 2, and it comes on a private tutorial video. Now, if you guys want to have a consultation after that, we can, because the consultation is free. It comes with it. But it gets to a point where, you know, I'm so distracted into, you know, the banks and all that. It'd be so hard for me to get back to a lot of you guys. That's why I want y'all to tap into the tutorials. Now, if you hit me up, hey, I want to pay for the tutorials, I got you. If you want status change, I got you. If you want to learn how to report credit to all 3 credit bureaus, I got you. Just ask me the price. I'll tell you the price. Send you my cash app. Boom. I don't have time to be on the phone 3-4 hours no more because I really can give y'all this game like this, but I'm really into what I teach you guys. It's not like I'm just, you know how some people try to teach y'all, but they not. I'm living with exactly what I'm trying to teach y'all. I'm out here every single day. I'm hitting the banks tomorrow. Hit the bank yesterday. Hit the bank day before yesterday. Hit the banks another. Like I'm every day. I'm doing the same thing, trying to make it the same way y'all trying to make it. I'm trying to do the same thing. Now I'm in the door. My feet like this, but I ain't in the door. Like I ain't in a position where the bank's giving me 300,000-400,000. I'd be lying if I say that, but I am in a position where the bank gonna give me 30, 40, 100, something like that. And then every time I get it, I'm gonna come back to you guys to let y'all know, like, look, bank just gave me this. I'm doing this now, I'm doing that. And then y'all can, take this game and teach y'all family or, the skip tracing. Yeah, I also teach people how to get a lien release on their auto loans. I offer that as well. Now that video was $150 and it comes with a consultation. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm halfway in the door. I wouldn't say I'm in the door. Hell no. Trust me. I feel like I'm decent, but I need more. It's too much out here. It's too much credit out here. It's too much. It's way too much credit out here to be playing. To be just sitting around here like slacking. And you don't have to be intelligent to learn this stuff. This ain't nothing you have to open up a book. This is just something that you just got to pay close attention to. Trust me. I'm doing the same thing. I ain't no guy who been studying this for 20 years. I just looked at the fundamental principles of business credit and established a business relationship and how lending works and how to get as much credit as I can. That's my main objective, to get as much credit as I can. If I can get $100 million in credit, I will. Because the banks run your neighborhood. They not hiding. They not in secret. It's not no secret society, 1% type stuff. This might be 1% information, but the information is everywhere. You can go on YouTube and look at Wells Fargo $350,000 checking, no docs. So you can look at BMO Harris, $50,000, no documentation. Bank of America, no documentation, $100,000 play. I'm about to eat all Bank of America, Chase, BMO Harris, Wells Fargo, Citibank, PNC. I'm US Bank. I'm doing everything, y'all, the whole 9 yards. And on top of that, I'm doing my consultations and all that. But listen, the lines of credit from the banks is eating up the consultations because it's so much that you guys gonna be touching. Trust me, everybody in here if you guys watch this video, replay it and keep listening to it. Like, okay, let me give me a corporation. Let me buy me this. Let me get that. Let me start myself up. Let me get this going. Let me get my LLC or corporation. Let me do this. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? This is what people don't know. Most of the time, you got up to 7 years to file taxes, whether that be business or personal. Most banks does not verify if you file business taxes. They ask me, they say, all I got to do is bring in 2 years of tax returns. Did you know you can write your tax returns out and you never had to file them for 7 years? I can specify that my business make $1 million or $2 million, right? And I can show the tax deductions and everything, and also what my business does. And I can give that to my banker. And once they send it to underwriter do not go to the IRS to verify tax documents. Only thing they look at is the tax return that you gave them. Now, if you say you made this much, okay, it's not illegal. And this illegal loophole, it's not illegal. So if you was to show them, hey, I make this much or whatever the case might be, say if you say you made $2 million, they run your credit, your shit good. They'll come back, tell him we'll offer him $200,000, $200,000 just off that. And that's gonna be in another video where I talk about the tax returns and everything like that, because you don't have to really give tax returns when you filling out for a loan for like $100,000 or something like that. Because when I went to Wells Fargo, he said, no, you don't need no documentation. All you need to have is good personal credit and decent business credit. But primarily they focusing strictly on the personal credit. So you can use that and you can take that line of credit and pay them back just a little bit. You ain't gotta overdo it. So if the payments for $100,000 is a 0.09%, do you know that how small of an interest that is? 0.09%, and then it can be like a 3-year with payment terms. Say if you're paying them back $700-800 a month on a $50 loan, and you paid them 3 months. Now that get reported to the credit bureaus of a business installment loan. You go into the dealership, you can grab you anything. Then you can go bigger. Now you can go inside of the Lamborghini dealership. Hey, run my business credit. They run the business credit. You paying back on $100,000 loan. Hell yeah, we give you a Lamborghini. Excuse my language. Hell yeah, we give you a Lamborghini. You take that Lamborghini, rent that mud out. You making $1,500 a day off a Lamborghini, and that's just strictly on the hustling side. Like, okay, I want to flip my money now. And then you just get as much credit as you can, and then start thinking like, okay, I got all this credit, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, calm down. Now think of a collective plan. I got $50,000 on this credit, $50,000 on this credit. This credit card can be getting inventory and I can sell online. This credit card can be paying back, say, house bills. This credit card, I'm thinking about opening up a restaurant, so I'm gonna get a little cooking business going. Okay, this credit card, I'm gonna invest into some cars. This credit card, I'm gonna purchase some more corporations, right? Gotta think long term, always think long term. This credit card, I'm gonna get this. Like, the cycle keep going. So now, when you got everything added up, everything is together, right? Then you gonna be in a position where you really can just sit back and borrow money. They're gonna call you in the morning. Hey, did you check out our products that we offering you? What you guys offering? We offering you $75,000. Okay, that's it. I accept it. You're gonna get deposited right into your business checking account. What else are you gonna do with it? You gonna buy you a boat? Go ahead, buy you a boat. Rent it out. If you live in Chicago, you can buy you a boat. Put it right over there about Navy Pier. Over there. Rent the boat out. Guaranteed you $2,000 a day, maybe $1,000, $1,500 a day just to rent your boat. Just for a boat. You want a helicopter? Because I looked at a helicopter that costs $200,000. You want to borrow money for a helicopter? Get you a helicopter. Get you a pilot. Rent out rides or something like that. Anything, Just get as many assets as possible to keep building it, so you can, be in a good position. That's it. For sure. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate it. I go through Magnum Insurance. I was shocked when they gave me that quote. I go through Magnum Insurance and it's full coverage. It includes like the body, hold on, let me take that back. The full vehicle insurance, and it cover like injured party and all that stuff. It cover the whole 9 yards. Yeah, y'all gonna win. I hope everybody in here win. I hope all you guys win. Everybody, I want all y'all to eat. I want all y'all to be able to take care of y'all families. There's so much credit out here. Ain't nobody gonna be stingy. Ain't no gatekeeping over here, because everybody can win. I can do it, you can do it. And then on top of that, if everybody become big corporations, like I said, if everybody become a corporation, we all can report business credit amongst each other. You can report for me, I can report for you, you can report for him. And networking. How you think the elite stay where they at? And why you think a lot of us is where we at? They said poor people don't stick together. And when I mean poor, you not rich, so you poor. It's either rich or poor, and it's random middle class. You rich or poor, so we amongst the poor. The poor stay poor because they poor-minded. They thoughts, they patterns. That's why you want to break out of it. So once you break out of it, you want to network with other poor people who thinking to get out of the situation, and then you can do the same thing. Yes, sir. Whenever y'all ready to set up the EIN process, y'all, anytime y'all ready for it, let me know. Just hit me up, say, hey, Taquan, I want to start the EIN process. I'm going to explain it like this one more time. I pretty much teach people how to establish personal credit while using their EIN number, right? Now, I teach you how to get a bank account on the personal side with the EIN number. I teach you how to get an auto loan with the EIN number, a credit card with the EIN number, and how to put your credit at a 90% approval rate. Or I can do it for you, right? Now, I'm slowly but surely not going to keep doing that as far as doing it for people, because it really takes a lot of time out of my day. And people, listen, also, let me just explain this. The stuff I teach, if you are in dying help or need, please do not contact me. I am not a rush person. I'm not going to just rush some shit for you out of thin air. It's people who contact me and say, hey, man, I need this EIN process. They finna get kicked out the next morning. Oh, what the fuck? So you get evicted by tomorrow morning and you want me to work a miracle overnight? Come on now, be realistic. So if you in those situations, I can't help you. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Please don't even bother to contact me, because Come on now. I can help you out. We can get it done, but not as fast as like, not like, if that was the case, I have everything I wanted right now, but it don't work like that. Things take time and patience, so yeah, but yeah, for the most part, I want you guys to, to set up y'all corporation, y'all business accounts, and keep building up on the personal side and the business side. Build y'all self up all the way, get all the way straight. Then next year, y'all can be like, man, I don't want to work a job no more. I got all this credit. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I ain't worried about that now. You got all the credit. You can do whatever you want. You want to take a vacation with the family? You can go out of the country and still build your credit. Still be building credit. That's all you do. You're a credit builder. You are a business credit builder. That's all you do. For sure. That's my brother. I want to get Credit Gotti on, man. Me and him going to chop it up real soon. We're going to be on here. I'm glad you said that because I really want to put bro back on. Credit Gotti, man, look, that's my consumer brother. And look, y'all, consumer law just as important because in order to make all that bad stuff go away off your credit report, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that, especially like to take out inquiries, to take out certain accounts. Contact my brother, Credit Gotti, man. Credit Gotti got the heat. He got that heat. Trust me. And then if you guys want his number, it's up in my on our last video. You should be able to see his link because I put the link to his channel on there. So go subscribe to bro. Show him some love and support. He real, man. That's the whole thing. We just building each other up. I know you do that, but what about? Now, trade lines for the business, you can search them up all day. But like I said, if the personal ain't right, it's no point of having good business credit. Because if you consider a startup if you don't already have business credit. That's why it's good to get credit off the business, off the personal side. Yep. No, I ain't stopping the EIN process. I'm gonna keep it going, but all of my processes are private tutorial videos, everything. So if you guys want anything, it's all private tutorial videos. It's not nothing else. Like I'm not gonna be on the phone trying to convince you about the EIN or over explain it because that's why I have the videos in place so you guys can watch it. So if you miss something, like, man, I think I missed something, go back to the video because it's yours now. You have complete access to it. And anytime you try to send it to someone else, I got access code on my on it. So it'll lock. Like that person have to request for permission. But it's y'all's. For the most part, you can watch it anytime, check it out, look through it. And also if you want to learn how to report credit to all 3 credit bureaus, let me know. That process is $200. But if you want me to go over it with you, like the full thing, it's $500. If you want my full process, right, where everything, like all processes included, like status change, getting out of contracts, that's $500. If you want a private membership with me, like we could talk, here and there, I can spit some game to you. We could talk on like a monthly basis. That's $1,500. It just depends on what you're trying to get done. It's just the EIN video, $300. Oh, no, y'all look. Y'all remember my Uncle Jason. So he doing something right now. He in a process where he helped, I want to say 8 people so far in the group. He taking things off their credit. He doing a whole credit swipe, inquiries and everything. Y'all got to swipe that credit. Y'all really got to get on point with everything. Y'all really want to make sure y'all credit is smooth before y'all bust y'all moves. And make sure everything is calculated. Please don't let nothing surprise you. Don't move off of impulse. Make sure you do everything strategic. Because you want to win. You want to make sure that you're straight. You want to make sure you're comfortable. Yep. Hit me up. Just hit me up, y'all. Shoot me a text or something like that. Shoot me a text. I've been busy all weekend, the whole entire week. Ain't even really been answering no texts like that. Been distracted, y'all. I've been looking at the bigger picture, and I sell on Amazon, so I've been doing that as well. That's aside from the credit, right? So I still got to do my Amazon thing to run up Amazon. It's like tap in with me on a lot of things that I do personally and how I make money, and I can teach you guys the same way, All right, so I'm out, y'all. Peace and love. If you guys want to contact me, remember my phone number is 224-463-1848. Again, 224-463-1848. I'm out. Peace and love, y'all. Keep winning. Keep winning.